You've been hired by Drop Me Private Limited, and they give you a scenario, and end of it you came to a conclusion that yes, this is your required equation. So then you spent the next few hours writing down the code required for the calculation and stuff, and suits the company's requirement. So this is your code, and this is the main part, right? So let us have a look at that. So this is the function which calculates the cost. So we are looking at the cost function, wherein it will be adding 30 to a product of 20 and the distance being traveled. Okay, so that's the basic idea, and that's what equation we got, right? This is the equation, and I have written this in a coded format, right? So let's execute this. So the program is asking us to enter the distance the customer will or has traveled or traveled. Is going to travel or if not traveled. So like we spoke of a person traveling 10 kilometers, and the cost turns out to be 230. And yes, for the first scenario, we found that the price that person pays is 230. Is it not? So it works. The program works. So, but I would like to tweak it a bit. The customer will travel. Please enter the distance in kilometer. We have to mention in kilometer. That's better. Okay, that will make more sense. Is it not? Units are important. So we're looking at 10 kilometers, and the cost is rupees 230. Right? Quite simple. So we have done what is required. Now let's have a test run. So we have a person. I want to travel 32 kilometers. What will be my charges? So he stops a cab and he is like, I'm going to travel 32 kilometers. What will be the charge? So we are the cab drivers. Say I am the cab driver. I'm executing your code. I'll switch on the software, and the software asks me to enter the distance the person is traveling in kilometers. So the person wants to travel around 32 kilometers. So I'll enter 32, and I'll tell sir or madam, you're going to be charged around 670 depending on how much you travel, plus or minus 32 kilometers. So the cost will be around 670. So our job is done. The person need not open his calculator or have a pen or paper. You just have to execute this code and it's done. Okay, so let's verify this using our traditional calculations also. So we know that amount, which is dependent on the distance, is equal to 30 plus 20 into d. That's our formula. So this is equal to, so here I'm going to tell that the person is going to travel 32 kilometers, right? It's given that, okay, let me put it in, I'm not happy with this presentation, right? So we have the solution given d is equal to 32 kilometers. Next is formula, and looking at formula and substitution. So formula for this particular scenario is E of d is equal to 30 plus 2 into d. So in place of d, I'm replacing with 32. So this will be 30 plus 20 into 32. So as per board mass, it will be 30 plus 20 into this. So this is 640, and the sum of this is 670. So amount to be paid by that person is 670, and that's what our calculation as well told. Is it not? Right? So we have one more scenario. Solution. It's given that we want to travel 8 kilometers. So there are a bunch of people, lady with her kid, and looks like grandpa or grandma, and 2 more people. So they want to travel, and they want to travel for a distance of 8 kilometers. Okay, so then we are looking at formula and substitution. So the formula being ft is equal to 30 plus 220 into d, and in place of d I'm going to write 8. So this is nothing but 30 plus 20 into 8. So 20 plus, as per board mass, multiplication first, 160, and this is 190. So let's see if our code is going to get the same answer, or we got the same answer as the code. So the people are traveling, I think it's 8 kilometers if I'm right, and it's 190, and yes, 8 kilometers and it is 190. Okay, so what you just saw was a to y aspect of a particular scenario.
Please enroll to our program at chalkpieceacademy.com, wherein we'll be teaching you a lot more tricks for faster simplification and calculation, DIY projects. We'll code with Python, we'll work with Arduino Uno. There are a lot more magic tricks and the physics behind it. They are printable materials which will help you recap and understand things better. We'll have live revision and doubt session 2 months before your term exams. It's very cost effective. There would be no ads or any kind of distractions, and we have a dedicated app to help you guys with this.